We were accommodated graciously. Tour guide was helpful enough. This tour is worth every single penny. Going to these places if DIY one way will cost 6,000 yen, but through Klook this tour cost less. We're happy we took part of this tour. I'm telling you, this is one for the books. Coco was an outstanding tour guide, providing us with fascinating insights into the history of Takayama and Shirakawa. She kept us well informed throughout the journey and shared excellent recommendations for must-see spots during the self-guided portions. Both destinations were absolutely breathtaking, and the experience was well worth the price. 10/10, would absolutely do it again. A huge thank you to Coco for her expertise and enthusiasm, and to our bus driver for ensuring a smooth, timely, and safe journey. Had an amazing experience using Klook. The booking process was seamless, and the customer service was exceptional. I had a few questions, and they were quick to respond and super helpful. Highly recommend for anyone looking to make their travel experience hassle-free. Meeting point was easy to find. They will provide you a QR code of the meeting place via email which you can open through Google Maps. The tour guide was helpful. She shared a lot of tips and things we should see/food we should try. Overall, enjoyed the trip. Overall, the tour was great. We had enough time at both locations to explore the area at our own pace. My only issue was the confusion at the meeting point because there were multiple tour groups and the lines were not clearly marked. What a great start for a snow experience. The overall view from the observatory is stunning. And it's more beautiful in person. I would recommend for the itinerary to be adjusted to have more time to really explore and enjoy both Shirakawa-go and Hida Takayama. I felt the need to rush everything all throughout the tour lull from my experience, but overall this is one for the books and highly recommend it. Sparkles emoji, sparkles emoji, sparkles emoji, sparkles emoji, sparkles emoji. We did the Shirakawa-go village first. The access to the observation deck can give you a better view of the village as well as you can have free printed picture. In Takayama we had a good lunch in one of the restaurants there. Try the Hida beef and Takayama noodles. It snowed also, so very memorable experience. Quality of transfer is recommended. Bus driver is very nice. Itinerary is good and perfect for me. I like traveling with enough time at each place. We have 2 to 3 hours per location, which is enough to enjoy the place. What I don't recommend is our tour guide. We arrived at the meetup point 15 minutes before the said time. We saw a lady with that GoGo yellow flag and joined their group. She refused and said no English. We insisted that we're part of the tour, but she refused and told us to go to the other group, without even checking our booking. There we realized it was 3 different groups. We went to the other group, lined up and rode the bus. She shouted at us and the other tourists lined up at our back, saying, "Get out of my bus." She is really rude. I told her we're part of the tour. She continued shouting and of course I insisted that we paid for it. She checked if we were on the list. She saw our name but didn't want us to take the 2 available seats in front. She made us wait for 10 minutes while calling out and checking the names of the passengers because it seemed like the number of passengers exceeded. But she should have at least allowed us to sit on the empty seat. During the tour she was so rude. But I noticed her that she was nice to some passengers. That lady is racist. The first Japanese I met who has an attitude. I don't recommend booking this tour because of the tour guide. You'll enjoy the tour but the guide will give you a bad vibe. An amazing experience. The weather was perfect, making the scenic views even more breathtaking. The tour was well organized, and everything went smoothly. I do wish we had more time at each location, but I understand the schedule had to account for travel time. Overall, it was a fantastic trip, and I highly recommend it if you're ever in Nagoya. A must visit, worth the travel. Definitely a sight to see. Don't miss this trip when you travel to Nagoya. It's a wonderful place to be with your family. I brought my kids aged 7 and 2 years old and they had a good time playing in the snow. The bus travel was quite long but it was a comfy ride. Tour guide is nice but strict with the time. Bus driver was also very nice and even gave some treats to my kids. It was a memorable experience. Thank you, Klook.